Okay, so as you may have noticed, I have not made a review in quite a while. That's mainly because I haven't gotten a figure in a while that I could review. Well, I have gotten one figure, but this thing would be a pain to review. I also got this guy. I will review him eventually, but there's a reason why I didn't immediately. I probably should have reviewed the Commander Armada Optimus immediately just so I could go off the, I don't know if I should say hype train or not, but so I could go off everyone's interest. But my plan is to get Rodimus because he's the only commander class that I currently don't have, and then review each of them one at a time as a little mini series, I guess. But I finally have figures to review, so I guess we're going to be doing a double review, and we're going to start with the Studio Series Rise of the Beast Cheetor, who unfortunately didn't get that much screen time. He got like 2 lines, but his figure was pretty good. I remember when it was first revealed, it was like the first of the beasts to actually get their figure revealed. Um, I don't know if it was mainline or no, yeah, Studio Series. It was the first of their Studio Series to be revealed, and it was also the first one to go up because obviously it was like what SS98. It was either 98 or like 102. I'm really looking forward to the other beasts because Air Razor, I'm not getting that one because it's just a retool of the Kingdom one, which I have, but the other beasts looking really good. I'm gonna start with his weapon so I can just put it aside. It's 2 parts that have. I didn't notice this at first, but let's see. Okay, no, it's not easier to see. But pretty much the way the slot is, you can only slot it in one way and it can't like rotate. Yeah, I didn't notice at first when I was seeing all the images, but the tip is different, so this is probably the way you want it to be in front. And yeah, it splits in two, so you can have him holding the 2 sides, and yeah. These off to the side. Now overall for like painting and sculpting, he looks pretty good. From what I've seen, all these dots are like painted on, but I don't think that's too much to worry about. There's a little bit of like, looks like it's paint damage, but I'm pretty sure that's intentional because it looks like it's been rubbed off. Also, is it just me, or does it look like his forearms are just squares? Because like from every other angle, they look fine, but dead on, they just look like squares, and the dots don't help it. His head like gives the faint look of like original Cheetor, but then it kind of doesn't. I don't know. And then the shoulders, I like his shoulders, but I kind of wish they weren't like this. I don't know, and I don't really. You can find what angle like looks best to you. I just think they look better like that. Legs, pretty much what you expect. Yeah, his posability is pretty much what you expect. Like wrist will also for some reason the wrist on this the wrist on this hand is wobbly. Not this one. Also, I remember seeing this when he first like got shown off, and I remember seeing the pretty much the foot on the hand and thinking, oh, well, that looks kind of cool, but I'm just guessing that's because they couldn't put it anywhere else. And then his screen model was shown off, and he actually had like the claws on the hand. And granted, it was 2, not the technically 4, but I thought that was cool that it technically did follow the screen model. Oh yeah, and if you flip up this, which I'm kind of sad that you can't like actually move this more, you can actually get him to swivel his waist. And also, if you actually have this tab in like it's intended, this doesn't go flush with the waist, so you kind of have to like untab it. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much standard articulation, nothing to go over. Although due to the transformation, he can kick forward a little bit with his knee. And his feet pivot both ways. Again, due to cheetah mode. Speaking of which, yeah, let's do that. I usually start by bringing the feet down, tapping this in, the tail out. Swivel the knees. Then bring this up, and then this taps in there. Bang. 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 And then ta-da, you got one leg done. Come on. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, now this section. The arms up. Swivel them like that. Bring this section around. Swivel the hands forward. Like that. Alright, now this is my favorite part, because you bring this back. This. And I just got a frame. Head in, which doesn't feel the best, but not too bad. Bring this head out, snap everything like that, and bring the arms in to where they tab into the head. If I can get it correctly. There we go. And get everything positioned correctly. Make sure he stands and Cheetah looking pretty weird, can't lie, but I like it nonetheless. Pose abilities are pretty much the same. Well, actually, no, it's not the same. That was a bad transition. Head, I'm pretty sure it's on a ball joint because it can go a little bit side to side. Can swivel. Mouth opens because it kind of has to. Also, this 100% does not look like what he did in the movie. Also, it looks like there's supposed to be a hinge here where you can like look up, but I don't trust that. Also, this sucks how they lock in, because while it looks good, it pretty much limits all of this up here, because while the arms are the same, you can get like cool poses where the legs are spread out and the arms are just he has the same problem as oh, let me go grab him. I'm not transforming him because it would take a while, but he has the same problem as this guy, where in in his beast mode, where the back legs can spread out, but the front legs are pretty much screwed over. Also, while we're here, I'll talk about something I didn't talk about in robot mode due to tail kind of cluttering it up. Is weapon storage. Yep, just standard weapon storage, nothing to woo or boo over, just it's there. Oh, I should have brought the other guy in for size comparisons. I'll do that at the end. Speaking of the other guy, Battletrap, and I need to adjust my camera stand because I forgot. Now, Battletrap is really cool. I really like the figure, and I really liked him in the movie. If I remember correctly, I gushed a lot in the Scourge review about how much I want, like, super accurate figures of the Terracons, no matter how much they're priced at. I'm still at that because even if this one I think is better than Scourge, I still think that it needs a better figure because, like, come on. Because there are problems with it, mainly mainly like a step in the transformation and like this. I don't hate this. Well, I'm okay with this, and this is just like, it's like you couldn't have figured out anything better for this. Other than that, I think he's really cool. I love the chest area. I love how they did that. That's also part of just how much I love his design. I love the legs, what they did to that. It's also really posable. Also, here's his accessory. Kind of wish they had his chain gun, but I'm pretty sure they'd have to do something they're doing with like the Gamer Edition ones where they swap out the arms. And also, if you want to, you can do this to kind of replicate his chain. Yeah, it's not that convincing, but until you get the Studio Series Optimus Primal, that's all you got. Yeah. Posability. You got a ball joint at the head that can actually go pretty well, but there is a lot of stuff around it. Also, speaking of the head, when the images of this were first removed, I remember seeing people talk about how it looked like he had anime blush. And I remember thinking, huh, that's weird. Because I didn't know what that was until I watched the movie, where I realized that's just his eyes. I thought his eyes were these little, like, silver things above it. So for the longest time, I thought they just put, like, a weird effect on his figure. Alright, tangent over. His arms can go out that far. You have to reset his shoulder pad. Mostly normal articulation from there. You can, due to the transformation, you get normal and broken elbow joint. I say broken as in like, oh, like my arm's broken. Get waist swivel, kick up and kick back that gets stopped by this. Kick out, that's pretty tight. Tight thigh swivel. Really good knee. More broken action. And a pivot that really confuses me because it's only his foot, not his heel. Also, his foot can go down for transformation. So yeah, really good figure. Also, speaking of transformation, we'll get to that. Also, this guy's a lot of paint, you'll notice. Like there, like all over this guy. This guy is really well painted for a Voyager. Okay. To start off, I'm actually going to do the legs. So you hook them together, flip his feet down, flip these out, flip these. These will tab in here. That's all we'll do for now. Now I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit. It's a little crooked, but oh well. And the shoulder pads down and the spikes down. Come on, focus. There we go. Straighten the arms and bring all of this out. Put the arms backwards for now. Then tab the head in this section. Bring these up. And these will tab in there. There we go. Also, the one step that sucks, it sucks because of this hinge joint. I've already cracked it and I had to use glue to help solidify it. Right. this down so you can untab this. While you're at it, swivel the waist. Swivel these sections up. Bring the head upwards. And bring this up. It kind of just ends up looking forward. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. Swivel this section around and bring this up. And then you're going to kind of just want to leave that there. Now, you're going to want to make sure this, because this will go into this little groove. Oh, nope, that was too far. There we go. And you're going to want to angle it kind of like that. And then you're going to want to shimmy this out of this hook because you do not want to break that. You want to get it in there. Come on. Alright. And if you want to, you can tab the hook in now. It doesn't really matter at this point. Whoa, that does not look right. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you want to make sure that's flush. You don't want that to be crooked. Okay, yeah. So then this part is what sucks, because you kind of have to make sure this is all right, and then you have to get this in there, and then you have to get this down, and these go in, all while not forcing it, otherwise it'll crack. So yeah, this is the only part I would call poorly designed. Everything else, yeah, it can be a little frustrating or annoying, but this is just poorly designed. You might want to skip ahead a little bit, because I'm going to show you all of this, just to show you why. Never mind. Okay, there we go. And then, pretty much the last step is to do this. Which I'm pretty sure I did a step wrong, but yep, hold on. Okay, there we go. Had to tinker with it a little bit. So pretty much all I can say is that it's a really cool looking truck. Even if it was a pain in the ass to get here, the grill changed immaculately, even if the fake one is right there. The face is just right behind here. The lights look pretty damn good. All of this looks good. The toe line still looks weird. Also, you can fit that onto there if you want weapon storage. You got tail lights. Like I said, there's a lot of paint on this. Also, I was going to give you a comparison with the robot modes, but I'm just going to give you a comparison with their alt modes because I'm tired and this is almost 20 minutes. There you go. Alright, have a good day.